Have you ever pondered on the importance of identifying environmental vulnerability zones? Understanding these zones is a crucial step towards creating a sustainable environmental protection framework. So, what exactly are these zones? Well, they are areas identified based on their relative likelihood of being affected by a set of environmental factors. These zones provide an imprecise assessment of environmental protection using a combination of remote sensing and conventional data. The environmental management of an area can be envisaged by adopting a qualitative and quantitative analysis of various natural, environmental, and human factors. Now let's dive into the process of identifying these zones. There are three major approaches available for predicting environmental vulnerability for an area: index-based overlay method, process-based mathematical model, and statistical inference analysis. For the purpose of this discussion, we are going to focus on the first approach, which is implemented in terms of an Environmental Vulnerability Index, or EVI for short. To start with, environmental management of an area is envisaged by adopting the qualitative and quantitative analysis of various factors. These factors include natural ones such as rainfall and temperature, environmental ones like agriculture, and human factors including population. Following this, environmental vulnerability assessment involves the use of socioeconomic and geospatial data. This data is crucial in determining the vulnerability of an area to environmental hazards. Next, we utilize the concept of the Environmental Vulnerability Index for establishing the vulnerability evaluation framework. This index provides a comprehensive overview of the vulnerability of an area to environmental hazards. Once the framework has been established, the effectiveness of the environmental vulnerability zone mapping methodology is evaluated by an inexact evaluation model. This model helps in refining the methodology and making it more accurate. After the evaluation, calibration and validation are completed. These processes are essential to ensure that the environmental vulnerability zone mapping is accurate and reliable. Following this, a sensitivity analysis is conducted. This analysis is crucial in understanding how different changes in the input data can impact the output or the final vulnerability zones. Finally, based on the results of the analysis, policy recommendations are made. These recommendations are crucial in guiding the management and protection of the environmental vulnerability zones. To summarize, the process of identifying environmental vulnerability zones involves a thorough analysis of various natural, environmental, and human factors. It involves the use of an environmental vulnerability index, the evaluation of the mapping methodology, calibration and validation, sensitivity analysis, and finally, policy recommendations. Understanding and identifying these zones is a crucial step towards creating a sustainable environmental protection framework.